Hey guys, current energy check-ins for the weekend. We're not going to talk much right now because we got, for those that didn't get the memo, we've got the live coming up right after this video. Well, not right after, but right after. Depending on when I set this video, at 11 a.m. Central, we're going to have the live. We can talk then about all sorts of things. Right now, I'm kind of on the edge of my chair because Felix is... I got to buy a backup chair. And then I'll find another cat on that one. I gotta figure something out. Felix is right here. Blue is under me. I'm right on the edge of this chair. If I happen to fall, everything's fine. Probably, most likely, we'll make it happen. You know, we'll make it work somehow. Juno's right there. I don't know what she's watching over there. And that's it. Kai is sleeping on the back of the couch. She didn't want to... Oh. Stretchy stretch. I may get my chair back. Yeah, stretch all of those legs and paws and claws. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Kai's sleeping on the couch outside here. He wasn't interested for now. Cosmo's over there by the main screen door. Over there, that leads to the outside, so she likes being there when the screen door is available to them, because, you know, squirrels, birds, all sorts of things in there, and it's like, oh my god. Even though here too, but over there it's the screen, they feel like they're closer to them, and here it's a window. So, yeah, we'll get right to it then, right? And we'll talk about everything else after. My eye's still healing. It's better. It sucked because I couldn't have contacts on for a couple of days, and I'm like, whenever I needed to sign something or do something, I'm like, what does that say exactly? Because I'm not used to having my glasses with me, but it's not that I can't see at all. It's just that, you know, yeah, I have to put it very, very far. Just the close distance part. But anyways. Current energy check-ins for the weekend. I'll be looking into each sign individually by elements, earth signs. Blue is up. Earth signs, fire signs, air signs, and water signs. It'll be quick, to the point, no clarification. Whatever comes out, comes out. No extended for the Friday videos. I'll be looking into where you're at energetically in regards to another energy, which could be that of a person, a situation, a cat sleeping on your chair, and then you get a backup chair, and then there's another cat sleeping on that chair. Where the other energy is at in regards to you, where the connected energies are at, and then I'll be pulling some cards from the universe for each of you. Timestamps will be in the description box, in the comment section, on the play bar. They will only work properly once the premiere of this video is done. So if you click on them while you watch the premiere of this video, they will not take you to where you need to go. But I need to clean your ears. Anyways. I think, yeah, roles can be reversed. Felix, are you waking up to be a little bit of an ass to your sister? Yeah. Are we doing that, or Felix? Felix, come to Mama, Baba. Don't corner Juno. You know how she gets when she gets cornered. She gets growly. Okay. Anyways, look at this little nose. Ooh. I don't have room now to sit properly here because of him, because he's... Anyways. Earth signs, Capricorn. He sat down. I still can't push my chair in because, you know, he's right here. Anyways, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. As we always do. Let's see, Cappy, what do we got? He moved. He moved, thus I move. I'm reclaiming my spot, goddamn. No, I'm not. I'm just waiting for them to move so that I can move. Anyways. On your side, you get the Justice card, the Six of Pentacles, the Chariot. I mean, this really screams balance. Like, there's a super balanced energy to you, and that's kind of what you're surrounding yourself with as well. So you're not going to go in chaotic places, or, you know, wherever it feels like at peace and cool and balanced and all of that. That's where you're being drawn to, because you carry that energy a lot at this moment in time. So, okay. I feel like you're bringing that in to this energy too that's closest to you at this moment in time. But let's see what's going on. The energy attached to you, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, and they're very welcoming of that energy, and they got their own energy to bring to the table, which is love. You know, an open heart, and yeah, we're doing this. So this is freaking bliss. I don't know what you're doing here, but it's nice. For the connection, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups. I feel like this is, it's almost looking like building up a relationship or kind of working on something here with someone. I feel like it's family for some reason. But it's you're giving me a sense of work in progress. You know, yeah, we're doing good now. Yeah, we have times in which everything is fucking bliss. Yeah. But this is work in progress, you know? Like, we have to work to get to these places, and we're still working on things. And there's a little bit of resistance along the way through this work in progress concept over this. At times, you know, either from the other energy or from you, which, you know, the resistance part upsets you. But overall, I feel like you're able to also recognize when things are good, which now is one of those times. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Six of Wands, the World card, the Nine of Swords. You're showing it to me in waves. Like, yeah, there's good times, like this one, which again, I feel like you're learning to appreciate, to be with. When it happens, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm here for it. And then there's those not so good times in this, whatever this is, you know, so it's kind of wavy here, but it kind of makes sense because, again, you slam me with the concept of work in progress. So if you're working on a relationship with someone, then yeah, it's going to show up in waves. It's not going to be linear. That's the point of work in progress, right? We're working on it. Okay, cool. So right now, from the universe, again, you're kind of showing it to me from the concept of it's in waves. And after this good wave, there might be a not so good wave. That's okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm glad you have it good for now. Enjoy that. And then, you know how it goes. Moving on to Taurus. Floopty. Can you sit down, Bubba? Hold on. I feel like you're throwing a temper tantrum. You know, I'm gonna call you out when I see something, and I think it's you doing this. You're making something more difficult than it needs to be, basically. That's kind of what I see on your side. The Five of Swords, the Moon, the Ten of Wands. This is coming from you. This is, you know, you have a choice here. The situation may be difficult, even though I'm not seeing that from this other energy, or you may make it difficult. And in this case, it seems like that's the case. You look to be making it difficult. I don't know how, but... well, I can see how. We'll get there. In the energy that's responding to this, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, this is... It's almost looking like a teacher-student type of an energy in terms of whoever this is trying to stay open, to learn, to, you know, to be there. They got quite the optimistic energy to them and quite the openness. And you could get frustrated. You could get like, you know, well, they're not learning fast enough, or, oh, well, they're not good at that, or, oh, well, they showed up as being good at that, but not good at the other thing. I don't know. Maybe it's the frustration that gets to you. But again, that also comes from you. You know? Are they doing something, like if you're teaching them something and they're just not getting it from, like, for months, and there's just not something that maybe not for them, then why are you still teaching them? You know what I mean? You don't need to get frustrated. You made the choice to stay open to this. And again, it feels like that energy, but it doesn't have to be that you're teaching something to someone. It's just still kind of the same concept applies of if you made the choice to stay here and put up with this, whatever this is, and you consider it to be not great, not going great, then why are you still here doing this? From this angle, from where I'm seeing them at, again, there's a sense of openness. There's a sense of, but I want to do this, but I want to open up to this, but I want, you know. For the connection, the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, the Five of Wands. See, that's not right. When somebody's telling me, well, I'm listening to my intuition, that's why I'm going after someone, or that's why I'm argumentative, or that's why I'm starting who knows what here. Because my intuition tells me that. Our intuition is never going to tell us go and fucking, you know, blow up the room. No. It's not, no. Your mind, yeah, here it is, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're in your head way too much. And you think that's your intuition, which it's not. You know? So no. When you feel, you know, argumentative or trying to start something with someone, that's never going to be your intuition telling you to do that. Intuition is not that kind of a warrior, you know. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Four of Cups. There's something going on here, obviously, for you. If it brings you in this place of having to interpret things in all sorts of ways and having to be frustrated or angry, or something is not pleasing you here in this situation. There is a commitment here. So you are committed to whoever this is, you know. If you're in a place of looking at this whole experience as yuck, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, but you're still dealing with it while you feel that, then that's why you're coming through as, you know, deceptive all over the map. And almost saying, well, I feel like I should start a fight with this person any minute now. No. You don't feel. Those are all the emotions that are underneath. The anger, the frustration, the pain, the whatever you want to call it. That's not intuition. Okay, so you got something here going on. I would suggest take a break from this whole situation for a little bit so that you clear your mind, because you're in a place of, you're in your own little swirl of things. You know, at this point, whatever they do doesn't even matter. It's going to piss you off anyway. So... yeah, when that happens, take a little break, you know, because it's not fair to you, first of all, and to the situation. So, moving on to Virgo. Juno, how the fuck did you get there? Virgo, are you dealing with the Taurus? On your side, you get the Three of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Swords. There's a partnership here that, the way you're showing it to me, it carries an energy of happiness over it. But I see you not going in that direction. What this tells me is something like, you know, I'm not going to try to make this work, or you know, bring happiness to the situation. I'm not gonna try anymore. But for right now, you're not saying you're giving up on this. You're saying, nah, I'm just not gonna try. You know, for right now, I'm just not, you know, yeah, it carries that potential so that this can work out in the greatest way possible, but I'm just not there with it. So I'm just not gonna put in effort to take it there. Okay. I get it, because on their side, they get the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Moon. They're in a continuous contradiction. They're in a continuous conflict, inner conflict. And that might reflect on the surface too, you know, one way or another. I don't think, with the Moon being here, I don't think much of it is going to reflect. It's mostly what they're going through, what they're experiencing, without putting it on others. But man, that's a lot. That's a lot of conflict, and it's weighing really heavy on them. So this could show up something like they're going through a massive back and forth inside of them that's not even funny. So I don't even know how that's going to make them show up on the surface, but I do see them not necessarily taking that out on others, because usually this type of an energy will reflect somehow outside of someone. Hi, baby girl. Okay. For the connection, the 8 of Swords, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands. I feel like there's no clarity here. If there's something you're engaging with whoever this is on here, taking something on, because there's a massive lack of clarity, especially on their side, maybe that's why you kind of turn your back to this and you're like, I'm just not gonna, you know, there's and not worth it at this point. There's a massive lack of clarity overall. If there's something commonly that you need to pursue, it needs more clarity. Because, you know, lack of clarity, big time. And I feel like whoever is in this, and I feel like it's this energy, lack of clarity, I think they do want to gain that clarity over this, but for now it's not happening. From the universe for you as a final advice, you get the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. I think you're tired to fight through all of this, to always be there with your intentions, with your, like, okay, I want for this, I want for that, I think you got tired of wanting, and being met with resistance all the time. And this is one of those scenarios in which you are being met with resistance, even if it's not a clear, hey, you know, but this is some type of resistance because you're dealing with a very unclear energy. So, okay. But I think ultimately you the reason that you kind of have your back turned to this is because you're tired. Okay. But that's it. What you doing, Bob? Stop playing with Juno's tail. Moving on to fire signs. Aries. On your side, you get the Empress, the Star, the Ace of Swords. You're pretty clear here, pretty simple in your desires here. It's like, I want that, and that's what I'm shooting for. And I don't know what that is. It could be, we could be talking about another person or a relationship with another person. I don't know. But your intention is reflected here in the most, you know, clearest type of a way possible. Like you show up pretty to the point here. And that's what I want, and here I go pursuing that. Okay. The energy attached to you, the 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. They might want that too, but in a different way. I feel like there's a little bit of back and forth here in the sense of what the hell is this? What kind of a dynamic are we talking about here? What are we looking at? And I feel like you feel it in a certain way. They feel it too, but they're coming around it in a different way than you are. So this would translate something like you might be, just as an example, that doesn't necessarily have to apply, but just as an example, you might be coming from the angle of, I want to be in a romantic relationship with this person, and they might be coming in as, I just want to be friends. You know? What do you want, Juno? Let me get my coffee out of the way. And my seltzer. And my phone. Okay. So it's kind of coming through like that. Ultimately, you know, it's a connection between souls that the both of you want, just in different ways. For the connection, the Seven of Cups, the Temperance card, the Knight of Cups. And I feel like you've been going at this for a minute here, and you might still be going at this for a minute in the sense of kind of, I think you're trying to just land on the same page. Like, can we define this, you know, like a common pursuit of something for the both of us, or can I view this still as me and you view this still as you? And then there's no definition for what we're doing here, really. We're just going to go back and forth and try this and try that, and you know. But I feel like ultimately the goal is to land on a common page, to both agree on what this is for both of you, you know. From the universe, you get Ace of Wands, the Judgment card, the Death card. Okay. This shows up as a clear energy of, I'm not doing this anymore. But, and I think it's you saying that. In your energy, you're showing up as continuously doing this. So you might think or feel that, yeah, I'm in a position of, I don't want to do this anymore. But your energy is still at this. So you still are doing it, despite the fact that you may feel that you may be done here. Okay. That's it. Moving on to Leo. Okay, so on your side you get the Four of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Hierophant. You got a pretty nice energy to you. Very peaceful, very open to love, to others, to like if you were to I don't know, throw a party with no good apparent reason, just because you want to, your door would be open to anybody with this energy, you know. So it's a pretty nice energy and very welcoming, very open. For the energy attached to you, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. This energy definitely is right there with you. Like if you're throwing a party, they're gonna be like, okay, what do we need to do? This energy is more with the planning part. You're just with, okay, party, doors are open, that's it. Everybody bring whatever you need to bring yourselves, most importantly, and that's that. This energy would be like, okay, what do we need? We need drinks, we need food, we need this, you know. So they're still quite open, but they're definitely trying to potentially be a little more organized here. Now for the connection, the Devil, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Okay, there's something unhealthy at play, but I see it tied up to past. Right now things are looking good. So this might have been something unhealthy at some point, but maybe it flipped? I don't know. Because the unhealthiness is definitely tied up to the past, not to the now. The now is looking good. It's looking happy. Let me see what the universe has for you as a final advice. Ah, interesting. The Devil, the Moon, the Ten of Pentacles. The unhealthy is still here. It's just on the cover. It's almost like a sleeping dragon. And right now the dragon is asleep. Oh, so it's here. And this is not like, okay, putting up a facade. We're just throwing a party and we're going to show up as being happy. And no, these are actually energies that are being felt. I think both of these energies that I'm looking at know that there is the sleeping dragon there at play. But right now it's sleeping. So right now everything's good. You know, until the dragon wakes up, everybody's happy, everybody's good, everything's cool here. Okay, so the unhealthy didn't leave anywhere. It's sleeping. Okay. Got it. But that's it. Bloopty, what you chewing on? Your paws? We don't do that anymore, remember? Because last time that happened, you had a cone on for like forever. Or is it a toy? Moving on to Sagittarius. It was a toy. It was the... I don't know why everybody's fixed on that. Happy birthday toy. Well, it was his birthday. It's like everybody's playing with that toy as their birthdays are coming up. It was his birthday on the 12th. Bloopty Bloop turned 3. And he got a big ass bone that he's still chewing on. A toy from my mom that we already have that toy for him. But I didn't tell my mom that. Well, no, she probably knows. Sagittarius, did I say that? I think I said that. And then it was something else. I don't remember. But he turned 3, Bubba. Big, no, because he's sleeping. We're not going to touch him. The Moon, the Ace of Wands, the Justice card for you. Hold on. What are you doing here? It's almost looking like you're planning something. Like you're coming up with you're coming up with something out of nowhere. Like an idea, a solution to something, you know? Kind of like, I got it, but I don't know if you're going to share it. That's the thing. You got it, yeah, but are you... Because you have some pretty tough energies you're dealing with here, so I'm not sure if you can apply it here. But you do have almost looking like a solution to something. The energy attached to you, the Hermit, the Ten of Wands, the Death card. Okay. This is someone that's going through something quite hard, difficult, potentially a loss of some sort. But they're there with it. They're healing it. They're not just, oh yeah, life sucks. You know, no, they're going through it. But it's difficult. It's hard. Maybe that's what you got here. Maybe you've got an idea to maybe help them out, or maybe, I don't know. For the connection, the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords. Yeah, it does seem like a teamwork type of a situation you got here with whoever this is. Like, you know what would make them feel better, let's say, in a day where they don't feel that great. And same goes the other way around. So there seems to be some sort of something, a working together type of an aspect to things here. Even though whatever this is that they're experiencing, I feel like it's theirs to go through. And you know that, and I feel like you're letting them, but at the same time, maybe you're coming in with, hey, you know, let's go for a quick road trip somewhere for a couple of days, you know, which could be helpful to them. It could also give them a break from whatever it is they're going through. I don't know. So, pretty cool energies all around this, except for the part where they're kind of going through it, whoever this is. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Ace of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like whatever it is you're bringing to the table is met with somewhat of resistance initially, which I feel like it's this energy in itself, you know, because it's like coming to my place when I'm struggling and going through all sorts of craps and I'm really down, and you have this Cheerio type of an energy, and you knock at the door, and I'm like, who the fuck is, what the fuck do they, and I see it's you eventually, and I'm like, oh, okay, good to see you, yeah, but I'm not in the mood, you know. That in itself is a resistant force to your energy, you know what I mean? So I feel like whatever it is you're gonna try here, you may be met with a little bit of, but ultimately I feel like it's gonna pay off, you know. So I feel like whatever intentions, whatever you're bringing to the table is good, you know. But just so you know, it might be a little bumpy initially as you kind of open up to something here. Okay, and that's it. Moving on to air signs, Libra. Blue's not used to being in this room for too long. Bubba. So if he gets bored, he's going to bring all the toys in, which he started doing. Or he's going to look out the window in the hopes that I'll open up the door for him to go there. But that's not going to happen because it's muddy, Bubba. It rained a lot. You just came from a freaking long walk. Oh, my baby boy. On your side, you get the King of Swords, the Chariot, the Six of Cups. You're good here. You're really, really, really good. There's a soul connection you're attached to, and you're very involved here. And it feels like everything feels right. Everything feels aligned here. You know? Whatever is going on at this moment in time here. It's like, I'm more than good. Okay. The energy attached to you, the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Temperance card. Something's been on their mind. Whoever this is, I think it's part of the soul connection. Something's been bugging them. You know, not full-on stress, like, oh my god, I can't sleep at night. No, but something's been in the back of their mind there. Something's been bugging them. And I don't know if... I think they're keeping it to themselves here. I don't know if they're... And it doesn't seem to interfere with this dynamic. It doesn't seem to create any kinds of, you know... and I feel like if there's, you know, at some point they want to talk about it, it should come from them. So even if something's bugging them here, you know, don't start poking at them like, do you have something on your mind? Maybe, I don't know, maybe anything you want to share? I'm not pressuring you, but like, just so you know, I'm here. Stop doing that. If you're doing that, don't do that. It's on them, whatever it is, and it does need to come from them, but it is bugging them. For the connection, the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Six of Wands. It's their self-worth. That's what it is. There's a little bit of a sense of, am I good enough? You know, on their end. Again, it's on them. It's theirs to work through. Sure, if they bring it up, if you want to be available for that, to create that space for them to bring it up, and maybe, you know, listen to them as they're going through this process of, because I feel like that's what it is. They're wondering if they're good enough. For this, for pretty much anything, in all honesty, but in this case, for whatever this is. You know, if they're a friend, am I a good enough friend? You know, am I showing up for this? I don't know. Energetically speaking, yeah, they are. But they have to figure that one out. So there's something surrounding their self-worth in here. That's kind of bugging at them. But let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Temperance card, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like they've been making progress here with that one. So whatever it is that's bugging them, I feel like it's kind of work in progress for them. It's something of theirs. It's something personal. It's something that if they choose to talk to you about it, so be it. If not, you know, it's not like it's a secret or anything like, oh, I'm keeping something from you. No, it's, you know, their personal journey. So, but I feel like there's been progress there with that. Whatever it is they're experiencing. So that's good. But overall, pretty good. Moving on to Aquarius. Juno, I can't believe you stayed for... Well, we're not done, so let's not jinx it, but for this long. Here. Falling asleep here in Zen mode. Ooh, Aquarius, what the hell is going on here? On your side, you get the Tower, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, well, that's not necessarily... You're kind of coming out of the blue with this maybe conclusion or maybe aligning with how you truly feel about a situation, because you're showing up in pursuing something that has to do with coming together with another energy. You're not rushing it or anything, but it almost feels like it's coming out of the blue. Like, where did that come from? Like, have you felt this for a while, or did you just wake up this morning and started feeling this way? You know? So it's kind of a surprise, probably even to you, that you would start to go in a particular direction here of pursuing getting together with another energy. The energy attached to you, the Moon, the Hermit, the King of Swords. They're going through a pretty... What's up with you air signs? You're dealing with energies that are struggling with things. Well, this is not necessarily a struggle. Well, at some times, maybe it is. But they're going through a pretty deeply transformative type of a process there. It's quite internal and quite personal. But I'm not sure that they're sharing much of it. There's, you know... I'm going through stuff, man. But you're not going to know shit. It's very, very personal though. So I can't really, you know, it's not showing up as if they're hiding anything from you, or, you know, it's their business, whatever they could be dealing with, resolving childhood trauma or like deep shit, you know, but it's not being revealed necessarily. And it's okay if it's not, it's on them. If they want to share those things or not. But it's a pretty massive transformative energy in there. Okay. For the connection, the Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Okay. Yeah, you got some history here with whoever this is. That's why you're showing up as kind of surprising of taking this on, because according to the history... Normally, I don't think you would have pursued this direction of, let me go talk to them even, you know, or let me open up to this. Normally you wouldn't. So right now you're looking like, okay, I think I would though. I think I'm willing to give it a shot to work on something here to see what happens, you know. There's some taboo energies here. There's some mystery types of... It's not mystery. It's almost surrounded by mystery, because there's so much healing going on underneath the surface. And it's like nobody has any fucking clue here, you know? Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Fool, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Yes. Uh-huh. Again, not sure what is going on here, but at, you know, front stage, it's definitely something about a connection here with someone. This could even be a best friend type of, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it has to do with somebody else. One of you, and I would assume it's you because it's your reading, may have the tendency to kind of get lost in what's happening here and forget a little bit about themselves. So I see you not wanting to do that, but I see the tendency to also be doing that. Like, you get caught up in, but I wonder what they're up to, but I wonder where this is going to go, but I wonder, you know, all sorts of things outside of yourself while you forget to take care of yourself, potentially. So don't do that, because I see you not wanting to. Take care of yourself, too. Whatever's going on here is going to resolve itself in the way that it needs to, so. Okay, but that's it. Moving on to Gemini. Alrighty, on your side you get the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. I feel like you're trying your best to just have the greatest time possible, and maybe you're having a weekend away with someone or something. There's someone here that's looking to be fairly important to you, and in their presence right now, at least, you seem to be like, oh my god, this feels awesome, you know, whatever it is that we're doing together feels amazing. But it does come through as that's your intention, you know, to be present, to have the best time possible here. And I feel like it's achieved. The energy attached to you, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Star. This is someone that is a little bit of a downer. Not all the time, but they do have times in which they're like if they would come up with a goal for themselves, even, that you might hear them say, yeah, I'm never going to achieve that, or no, I'm not going to, no, not for me, or something. But you brought it up, but then you, okay. So it's a little bit of a mood killer at times, but okay. For the connection, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Cups. You're very committed here, but again, I feel like you're committed to have fun. So even if they're coming in with their downer energy, again, I don't see it attached to them like all the time. Like this would be someone that finds something negative in everything. No, but they do have that, you know, you know, sometimes. Which again, if this is, maybe you're taking a trip somewhere together over the weekend, and you are committed to having fun, goddammit, and they're like, yeah, but, you know, oh, there's that cloud over there, it's gonna be miserable for like 5 minutes while the cloud is here, and all of that. You know, you're like, okay, you look in the direction of the sun or something, to just redirect the energy away from that. So you're committed here. You're almost stubborn. You're like, I'm gonna have fun, goddammit. I'm gonna enjoy every fucking moment of this. Like, yeah, go Gemini. Fuck yeah. Let's see what the universe has as a final advice. The High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, the Five of Wands. Yeah, for the most part, and as long as you keep that kind of a, you know, mindset through all of this, you should be good. You should be having a good time. You should feel energies that are super good. There's those times in which the fucking cloud appears and you don't even see it appear. You just see it appear because they mention it, you know? So it's like, but, you know, you get past those pretty fast because, again, the intention here is to have fun. Fuck the cloud. You wouldn't have even seen it if they didn't mention it, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's how it happens, where the cloud is not even in your reality until somebody else brings it in your reality, and it's like, But no, your intention is to have fun regardless of clouds and all sorts of shits. But anyways, moving on to water signs, Pisces. Hold on, is that a cardinal? Or I think it was a cardinal. Where'd it go? Okay, time to sleep after this. No, not really. I got shit to do. April has been like a full-on year for me. I had all sorts of shits that showed up. Like little stuff. Nothing major, nothing, you know. But like a lot. I'm like, dude, we got the whole year for this shit. We don't need 1 month to do everything in 1 month. Apparently we do. Yes. What do you want with your big paw? Alright, on your side you get the King of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the King of Wands. Okay, you're saying you made up your mind when it comes to another energy. You're saying, okay, I know what's up, I know what needs to be done here. But you're almost carrying a little bit of like a title of being in charge or something, like an energy that makes you in charge. So I don't know if you're the boss of someone here and you're, you know, kind of making up your mind what's gonna happen here for the future of this company. I don't fucking know. Or I don't know if that's just how it comes through as an energy instilled within you for whatever that this is, that you show up as the one that usually makes the decisions about pretty much everything. I don't know. But you're showing me, yeah, I made up my mind. I know what's up here. I know what I gotta do. Okay. And it has to do with another energy. The energy attached to you, the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Hangman. This energy is trying to stand still. It's trying to be present as much as possible. I'm seeing them having a little bit of a hard time doing it, but I feel like they're just trying to just be there with what is, with the flow of things, with, you know. Cool. I mean, that's not bad. For the connection, the 7 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just... He's making his bed. It's just, you know, work towards something good. So whatever it is that you're doing with this other energy, you're working towards something super, super stable, super, super happy, super, super nice. And it does reflect in this dynamic. I can see it as an energy, super nice energy, attached to, you know, whatever it is you got going on and wherever it is you're going with this. It looks nice. It feels nice. So the progress is being revealed here. Over whatever this is. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Empress, the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Cups. You are running the show. You've got so much nice energy attached to you. Like you're a combo of energies. That, yeah, all that combo places you in charge. I don't think it's one of those, hey, I run the show here, or hey, you run the show here, or who's going to be in charge here? No, I don't think it's any of that. I think it's implied. I think both of you can rely on you with the energies you're carrying here. Like you got your heart, you got your clarity, you got everything in place. And they got it too. Like they seem to, but for some reason it falls on your shoulders. You're the one in charge here. And I don't think you mind it, because you got everything it takes, you know, to run this show. You're like, yep, I think I got this. You think? You do. Cool. Moving on to Scorpio. What the hell? I'm looking at it. Rained almost non-stop for like 2 nights in a row, and it was perfect because I wanted rain. I'm like, I need rain because last week when I cleaned up the yard, I also threw out some seeds on the grass there, and I'm like, okay, well, I watered it, but then if it rains, even better. I don't have to do shit. And I'm looking at, there's a lot of stuff that came out, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because some of it is more than grass. It's I don't fucking know. Stuff. Stuff. I didn't go out there because it was muddy, so I'm like, yeah. In the backyard, at least. But it's stuff is starting to grow. Let's just put it that way. Oh, man. On your side, you get the 5 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Devil. Ooh, slow down. Slow down. You're coming in almost fast and furious. You think you're not. You think, no, I'm just assertive. No, your energy is fast and furious here. And it's not in par with what's going on. It's not in tune with the flow of whatever the fuck this is. This experience is slow, way slower than where you're at. And it's just not going to be good for you. When you get there and you realize, uh-oh, what happened here? Why? What's going on? I don't understand shit. So slow down a little bit. You're coming in. It's a deceptive energy. I can see it being deceptive even before I can see everything else at play. And then I can see it being unhealthy for you. So slow down. The energy attached to you, the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. Yeah, this energy is way, way, way behind you there with things. Because they're showing me commitment. If there's talks about commitment or even stepping up in a commitment here, they're at the, let's say you're dating someone, right? They're at the level of, no, you're at the level of when you already grew old together and have grandchildren, and they're at the level of can we move in together part, which is not going to happen yet later down the road. So slow down. They're getting there. You're both after the same things. You're 100 steps ahead than they are. You know? For the connection, the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. You're both after the same goal here. You both want to get into the same place. Let's find a way in which you can travel together. That would be ideal. You're coming through as super passionate, which I'm not surprised because it's like you're ahead. You're at grandchildren part, and they're coming in as, you know, that first date was fine. Let's do another. I don't fucking know. It's 2 very different approaches here, pursuing the same goal. So at some point you're gonna need to, you know, find a middle ground here. If you want to pursue this still. Because if you keep going at this rate and they keep going at their rate, yeah. Not great. But from the universe for you, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. You're like, but I'm so excited. I'm so, you know, what? It's not bad planning ahead, is it? No, it's not. But when you visualize it and when you're already there and you have the faces of your grandchildren, you know, made up in 3D and all of that. No, you got to be here. Slow down. Slow down. No, it's not bad to be excited, to be passionate about. You can be passionate about things. Slow down your energy. Slow down your pace here. You know, let things progress there naturally. That's cool. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I'm seeing you not liking the speed of this because you like your speed. And it's like, okay, but maybe your speed is not awesome either. Who the hell knows? Maybe there's a middle ground to things. There's a common speed that you would like more than, you know. I'm just saying, slow down. But that's it. Moving on to Cancer. Let's see, Cancer. On your side, you get the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the Page of Cups. You're doing your thing. You're like, you know what? I feel good. I feel balanced. I feel chill. You are balanced. There's a nice balance between the mind and the heart there going for you, and you are showing up as, I'm just taking it easy, you know, doing my thing. Cool. The energy attached to you, the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this would be someone a little more practical, still a match to you, but someone that functions more from here, which is not bad. That's just how they are. I feel that they're trying to go through something. They're trying to heal something, though. You know, so cool. I don't know if it has to do with you, whatever that is. That's something that they're trying to get over. It could be. Maybe something that happened in the past, and they're kind of trying their best to just put it behind them. For the connection, the Moon, the Three of Cups, the Strength card. Yeah, they're struggling a little bit. I feel like they are trying. They are trying to put something in the past. But I feel like they're struggling with letting something go, you know? And it might complicate things down the road. It might interfere with whatever's going on here, you know? I feel like, again, they're showing up as, I really, really want to let that shit go. But I feel like it's hard. I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like maybe you did something 1,000 years ago and they're like, they keep on throwing it in your face. Like, remember that time gazillion years ago when you coughed in my face? Yeah, I've never forgiven you for that. I don't fucking know. For the Queen of, from the universe for you, you get the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Strength card. But hey, they're trying. They're really, really trying. So if at any given point you see them throwing the cough thing in your face and it's like, no, they're not. Yes, they are. They're really, really trying. But at times it's difficult. And I feel like they're getting there. It's a work in progress type of a thing. So they'll drop the cough any minute now. You know, in their face. I don't fucking know. But that's it. We're good with everybody. Cosmo's at the door. Maybe. Blue is here, so Blue is definitely gonna say hello, but maybe I'll bring Cosmo. Nah. Oh, she just came at the door. I saw her stretching her way to the door. Because she's like, Mama's there. And my sister's there. And my brother's there. Let's bring Cosmo in. Let's see if she wants to come. But where's Blue? He's a big dog. He should. Oh, there it is. Give me a sec. Okay, no. Cosmo didn't want to come. But, Blue Tea. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Baba? You don't want to say hi. This is just Mama. But every time we do this in the video, and you hear me calling your name, and you hear me, what's that face? And you hear me calling your name in the video, and you hear me bloopty bloop, and you hear yourself and all of that. In real life, you come over right by my laptop. Yes, you do. And you're like, Mama, you called? And I'm like, yeah, in the video. Oh my God, you're a big boy. Hold on. You're a big boy, Baba. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. You want to get down? I know. Everybody's unsettled now because I opened the door for Cosmo for her to come in. Come here. Come here, Baba. Come on. No. Come here. On this side? No. On this side. Not on my toenails, please. Because it's been 1.5 years since I've been trying to grow them back on. Because you stomp me. All of yous. And I bruised like a peach, man, and I bruised. You broke my nails. You fucking dance on them. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Anyways. So it's been quite the trip because I went to open the door for Cosmo. Blue wanted to come out and he didn't because I only opened the door so that the cats can go in and out. And now Felix is at the door, but Cosmo left because she's like, she heard a noise and she went back inside the house. She's like, I don't know, I'm gonna go check it out. And yeah, no. Juno's still here. Felix is out the door. Blue is hot because sunroom. But and he jumped on my toes again. But yeah, see you in a few. Love you guys. Bye.